So, this is the big tough gangster? You don't look so tough.
Thanks.
Do you know what it is to live without love, Mr. Tony? It is to live with hate.
I'll take your word for it.
It is my earnest wish to destroy a man, Mr. Cipriani. Destroy, not merely kill. I want him and his whole organization weakened and humiliated before he dies. I want him to suffer.
Okay.
This man I want you to destroy is my husband, Kazuki Kazen. Don't worry. For your services, you will be handsomely rewarded.
Well, what if I say no?
You won't. Because while I merely want him dead, you need him dead. In truth, you have already dealt him a severe blow, Mr. Cipriani. However, he is taking delivery of more munitions today. I want you to steal those weapons from right under his ignorant nose. Good. Goodbye.
So that is our introduction to Mrs. Toshiko Kasen, who is the wife of the current Yakuza leader, whose name is Kazuki Kasen. And the names of these people, these people, I didn't mean it like that, but these characters' names should remind you of some characters that we did missions for in Grand Theft Auto 3, and those characters being Azuka Kasen and Kenji Kasen, and Azuka being a very prominent character in Grand Theft Auto 3, but needless to say, all of these characters are related in some capacity, and we'll be diving more into that as we move forward in this mission strand. But for right now, I'll just say that this mission strand is quite interesting because of the two new characters that are being introduced, one just by name at this point, and the other obviously being in the cutscenes with Toshiko Kasen. So very interesting stuff that we'll be developing there, but also it's interesting because you get to see the kind of behind-the-scenes type of stuff that went on with the Yakuza leadership, the big wigs and the switching of power and all of that, because as we know in Grand Theft Auto 3, Azuka and Kenji are the leaders of the Yakuza in that game, so you also don't see Toshiko or Kazuki make an appearance in that game, so you can kind of guess and speculate as to what might happen to these two new characters, I don't want to spoil too much there, but we'll just leave it at that there. But what we are doing right now, though, is moving forward in this mission in which we have to steal a speedboat that has a shipment of very high-powered weaponry, which it's amazing that they can fit such things on this small boat. It really doesn't seem like a boat that you would transport stuff on, at least in the way of weapons. Maybe drugs or something like that. People storing their Pepsis and their Coca-Colas on these types of boats. I'm not really too sure. People are all about that caffeine these days, so maybe something like that would work with a boat like this. But with something like weapons, you would kind of expect a bigger boat, but I don't know. Maybe it's so they don't raise suspicions from the police folk patrolling the area and all that. But either way, we have to steal this boat and then make our way on over to a different dock area in Staten Island. So we're moving from Bedford Point all the way over to this other area near Espatria. So good stuff, and we're also going to be seeing a familiar face when we arrive at the drop-off point. And, it's a bit of a shame that someone's blazing game out here. It's kind of hard to see.
Woo-wee! That's some damn fine artillery you got there, boy! I do so much business at these docks, I should have set myself up here, not halfway down that goddamn island. Well, it's been a blast.
Yeah, you see that old one-armed Phil back at it again there? And he's actually referencing, during that cutscene, his change of location from Phil Cassidy's fully cocked gun shop to this area, pretty much. You know, he has his own barracks type of thing going on in Grand Theft Auto 3, so, you know, really nice that they give a bit of backstory to that, even though they really didn't have to, but... yeah, I guess it makes sense, because you kind of wonder why Phil Cassidy is running an operation over near Torrington, so I don't know, I guess that's a nice thing there, but either way, that completes this part. In the next part, we will be doing the next Toshiko Kasen mission, which is called Cash Clash. So until then, I will see you next time.